Well, October 5th, this is a really sandy hill here. Corn's got really short there, but it's actually really good for what it usually is. Just polishing off like 10 acres for a landlord that needs this done. Because 70 degrees it's supposed to get up to today, and 20-mile-an-hour winds, and we're thinking we're switching to beans. A couple guys going around us. Yeah, we're gonna give it a go here, I think. But this week looks very promising for the weather, and then after that it's gonna cool off again. Well, we just made her back to the bin site. We ended up doing just a little more than we originally thought, just because of the way the pipeline repair out there split up some of the fields. We did another little one just to make sure we didn't forget it, because we kind of did the area in between two, so we didn't want to get confused in the fall, depending on who's running the combine that day. But yeah, I'm glad we're coming back here. We need a little fuel. Very, very dusty and windy. Getting the combine dialed in. Yes, plural. Look in the distance. There's the other one. Well, we're going. They're a little tough along the headlands, which is to be expected. Some grasses in there, so we're just going slow. Stems are kind of green yet, so we're trying not to slug the machines. But there's the other machine we're following. It's another 2388 with it's got a 20-foot platform on it instead of a 25, but kind of nice to have two machines in the beans here. So I'm going to pay attention here on the headlands, pick up my speed a little bit, just a little bit, and then we're going to get to work here. Like 20-mile-an-hour winds with 30-mile-an-hour gusts and about 70, 75 degrees. It's nice day for the beans. They're ready, they're dry. Well, I got this field opened up. Just trying to get the machines tuned in here. I've got a few more pods than I'd like to see in the tank, but it's kind of cleaning up now that I got off the headlands into the dry beans. So we might be okay, but we're gonna stop and check him here. He's on that end of the field, and I'm over here. I don't know if that's how we're gonna do it all the time or what, but we do like going back and then forth right next to our last pass, because if the snout, watch on this side, if the snout knocks any lane that way, if you were to go that way again, you have less likelihood of scooping them up. So you can, every now and then, if I zoom in here, maybe it's gonna bounce a lot, but it'll lay a bean over, and then when I come back the other way, it'll scoop them up. So we like doing that. But of course, I'm driving right in the sprayer track, so the beans aren't great, and we're going across the sandy hill. But all in all, the beans are pretty nice. But looks like he's stopped. He must be checking his. I might, no, there he goes. So like I say, we're getting him tuned in here. So well, he's heading to unload. I think I will as well. I got a pretty good hopper on. So we look them both over quick. But yeah, that machine, two-wheel drive, and a 20-foot header. So, but it's kind of nice because he's able to chew through the grasses pretty good, where I got the 25 with the air reel, and they do take more power, whether you believe it or not, to run them. So I go a little slower. He's able to march right along. So we'll glance him over here quick. Sorry for the wind. Very windy out. Yeah, they're a little tough. I got my concave closed up pretty good, so, and I'm just going slower because I really don't feel like plugging the combine. It's not an enjoyable experience. Go a little faster, but while I'm filming here, we're just going 2.6. But other machines going, so that's kind of nice to have the other machine, because then when you're going this little bit slower, you don't feel as bad about going slow. You're still covering some ground, so we're making it happen here. Sun's going down, wind's kind of dying off, so we'll see how long this lasts. Doing a quick dryer's check here before it gets dark. Just tested the corn, and it's 14.2, so that's perfect. Well, the corn, like I say, 14.2%, if I didn't say that, coming out of the dryer, so we like that. And beans are 11.75. So we like that too. That's getting almost too dry. So they're going. I'm just gonna clean up the dump pit area here. The dryer is just eating away that last little bit, just kicked on. Probably another 2,000 bushel in the wet tank. And then we're gonna get to be unloading beans. Trouble is, to unload the beans, we'd have to stop the dryer to unload, to use the dry leg. And we have enough stuff to dump in tonight that we don't need to be unloading beans tonight. We might be using the wet tank as a receiving thing for beans, and then we'll trickle them out at a slow speed. We have a bypass that'll go into the leg. That way we know we won't plug our roof augers. because we can unload her at a slower pace. It's so hard to get that just right, so we don't want any accidents. Here's the dryer. About 220 degrees right now. All the controls, the fans, these are the burners, and that would be the loading, unloading over here, unloading speed. But giving it a good once over here. We're just about done, like I say, with the corn before we do the beans, and then we'll switch back. Both machines humming along. That one we did the LED conversion on a couple years ago, the one we've had. The newer 2388 to us. Oh, come on, focus. Of course not. We just did a big, like 50 some inch light bar on the roof with a bunch of little ones on the bottom. And honestly, it's almost, I don't know, I'd like to see them side by side, but it's really lighting it up for them there. Boy, the light bars on the 8430 and the 8440 even make a difference. A couple LEDs in the back for the wagons. This 2 combine thing is pretty neat. It's fun. We used to run a John Deere 6620 is what I learned on, and then it was like a 2166 I think at the time the other guy was running, and I kind of got some time in that too. That's what I learned on. But I remember having a lot of fun when there's 2 machines in the field. I am curious to hear everyone's opinion. Do you think it's better to run 2 machines or 1 big machine? That's something I'm gonna kind of weigh in my mind as we're going this year. Tell you what, we're covering a lot of ground with 2 machines. The thought process behind it, if one goes down, one can keep going. Does that always happen? No, generally we stop and help each other, but I don't know. The big machines, you know, right now we got 25 plus 20 is 45 feet. That's an awfully big combine that would need to push a 45-foot head. And awfully expensive for that matter too. We're out here, 650 bushel wagon. The other one's full already. The cart's half full, the semi's half full. We're having a good night of beans, especially for picking 10 acres of corn this morning too. And we had to do a little bit of work to both machines to get them switched over and kind of tweaked and some different things to keep the beans in the rotor concave longer so they can thrash better instead of just falling down. Helps get them out of the pods a little bit. So it took a little bit to get those in. That's awfully bright. Beans are waist tall. They're right at my belt line. Wow, that's great. I'll let you guys compare the lights now. This is the more expensive conversion. Probably, triple the price, I think. I don't know, I didn't see the final price on all the different light bars we put on there. Spreader's still going, so that's a good sign. No corn on the ground. Another walk around. I'm really playing logistics man tonight. Moving stuff, moving to other fields, moving pickups, and yeah, kind of feeling like I'm running like a chicken with its head cut off, but somebody's got to do this stuff. Combines are still rolling. Well, the wind is virtually nothing, maybe a couple mile an hour, and there's a big tree line here on the wrong side of the sunset. Some grasses went in and it stopped, and then plugged the feeder house. It just wouldn't feed in, and then we put the reverser on, and then it just bent a small piece of metal where now the bars of the feeder house chain are hitting as they come around. So we're gonna go pop the head off, we'll bang it into place, weld it in the morning, and it's already like 9:15, so it's a pretty good day. Probably about 50 acres of beans, and we've only been going for about 5 hours. Not bad for a first day. Plus doing 10 acres of corn this morning.